Morning.
Jamie here.
By the Bridgewater Canal.
Oh,
And
sorry.
someone's coming behind us.
It's making a bit of a
Right,
vlog.
it's on our video. We'll edit that out.
The J boys.
Yes.
I've just met James now, and
Yep.
we're back pretty much where I ended yesterday. We're on the Bridgewater Canal.
Yep.
This
Next
is going
to a
to
boat
take
called
us.
Abigail.
We're going to follow this down to the Mersey.
Quite busy today. Must be people taking advantage of the nice weather.
You want the explanation?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Anybody that sees a little bird land on the floor,
Yeah.
burst into flames and come out as this big coloured thing,
Yeah.
must have been on something.
You've got your Pac-Man top on.
I know.
Mine's a Klingon top.
Yep.
Klingon Kuldajatla.
This is Pac-Man used to be one of my favourite games in the 80s and 90s when I was growing up.
And I've
Showing
always
me
liked
age
Star
there.
Trek since 1995.
What were you, about 12 at the time?
Yeah. How did you know? Check it
I
out.
could do the math.
Hey, hey, we're the water wombles.
Well, we've just seen a tram and I was just saying to my friend, this is the section where they get up to the maximum speed, but you want the tram to be quite well loaded, because if you're on an empty tram doing it at that speed, it's very bouncy. Exactly.
Is this a bridge over the Mersey? This is the point where we're going to come off and swing back up and join the route, but...
Does look like we're going over something. Yeah, it looks like a river. You're focusing on me or the bridge?
Bit of both, mate.
Oh, right.
Complementing each other. Yeah, that's
Bridge
the Mersey.
over troubled water.
In fact, I was under this bridge yesterday.
There's no path.
Here we go. Through a bit of greenery there, mate.
I'm the sort of person who just never deletes anyone off my phone. I was like, I might need you one day. Might only be one day.
Yeah, what we did there was a slight detour down the Bridgewater just to see the Mersey for the whole, what, 10 seconds. Now we're walking back up again to pretty much where we started, and then we'll crack on with a bit of adventurising.
Regain the Mersey at some point. We're not exactly bald and bankrupt, but we're trying.
Yeah. Hey, we need to keep an eye on Simon Wilson, see what his update is today.
Oh, yes.
Maybe he'll invite us to be in Rat Race 2. He'll be like, right, Jamie, James, by tonight you've got to be in London with no money. And we'll be like, yeah! What's the plan?
We've almost paralleled our other path, but you said go down the orange one and back up the purple one. So we must have done that,
We have.
I think I can
This
see
is
the
the
road
brook.
we just walked down.
Yeah, this is the brook that we get on,
But we
and we're
turn
just going to
left.
follow this down to the big main road in Stretford.
Which makes sense, there's a sign there on the tree. It's actually straight for about 200 metres, which is great.
Yeah, beautiful path, beautiful day. James has just spotted a plane up there going over to Europe somewhere. What's this road, do you reckon? What's it called?
This is probably the not Princess Parkway.
Quite low, this one.
Yeah, I think it's the
Woo!
86. It's dark, but we're nicely illuminated.
Everything is illuminated
I don't know what phone you got.
in
but
the
that
light of the
camera's really
past.
good. Is it an iPhone? It's an iPhone. isn't
iPhone 9 Plus. When I first moved to Manchester, James, in 2005, one of my first jobs was actually up in Stretford at the RAC.
it? Funnily enough, when I moved to Manchester, one of the first places I lived was Sale, which is just down where we're going if you walked about another 20 minutes. Funny how you end up
Small
near each
world.
other but don't know each other.
Pew, pew, pew. Is this the M60 again? Why not you? Pourquoi pas nous?
Pourquoi pas nous? Je sais pas.
Moi non plus.
Aucune idée.
Bit of French there for you.
Il fait du soleil
Oui, oui.
et on est de bonne humeur.
Quite some bridge there, innit?
I look back at this in 10 years and think, how young was I? Then I'm already looking back at stuff from 10 years ago and thinking the same thing.
Damn.
Right, we're off.
Here we are, mate. This is more like it.
Yes.
Yes, please. Yeah. I was on a website, James, called oldmaps.co.uk. Obviously, the Manchester Ship Canal wasn't always there, and there is the section where the Mersey and the Ship Canal merge. So I was looking, and you can see where it meandered round, and it's all been changed, and the routes moved, and yeah. Am I waffling? A little bit. Be concise in what you want to say. I was just going to say it's so peaceful and quiet, and then you heard the sirens of the police car.
Or an ambulance.
One ambulance. It's Travis Perkins. Hire some tools. Oh, keep it down, fellas. We're trying to do a vlog here. James, what do you call someone who lives on a weir?
Weird.
Well, a little bit of leafage. For myself, mate, I've never been here in my life.
Okay. We didn't have Google Maps back then. All the smartphones weren't as advanced anyway. It takes away the surprise, yet you have more expectation at the same time.
But it's not always right. Sometimes it'll take you to a dead end and you're like, it says I can get through here and you can't, or it looks like you can.
Or some buildings that you see aren't there anymore because it's a couple of years old. Smelliest part of the journey and we've stopped.
Sewage works. Can't actually smell it, you know, can you?
A bit, yeah. Everybody used to sing that to me at
Cuckoo, Mr. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We just spotted another stork. It seems like every day we come along the Mersey we see a stork. Just thinking, I mean, since where the Mersey started, just how much the landscape's changed. The first mile was just all brick buildings, old mills,
That's Stockport
lots
for
of
you.
trees, and then it just sort of all levelled out and it's all been like this, like the flood defences, one bank and a higher bank.
Since Didsbury, pretty much, or Heaton Mersey.
The excitement, a bridge,
2 bridges.
something to break up the monotony of listening to us talk. We've just passed the 3 mile mark of what we've walked today. To be honest, I think we're coming up to about the point, as in following the Mersey, of about 12 miles from the back of Sainsbury's. Don't exceed the speed limit.
The river's definitely getting a bit wider here. Faster flowing.
Urmston.
This is probably the 18 degrees here. It must be about early mid-20s in the sun today. It's nice.
Unfortunately, the path has swung away from the Mersey now, so we're going to leave it for about 10 minutes. Swing by the top end of it, say a quick hello,
And then
we're
leave
going to
it
call
for
it
good
a day.
today.
Yeah. Die Sonne scheint und die Vögel singen. Was für einen schönen Tag.
Über die Wolken scheint immer die Sonne.
Ganz genau. Es gibt aber heute keine Wolken. Gut, gut. Das gefällt mir. I must say, this is a very nice little spot.
Don't listen to me, I'm just ranting on about dating sites. He talks better sense than me at the minute.
People of YouTube, if anyone's single and would like to date this funny man here, funny in the sense of, I'm not lying. Let's find his phone number in the comments below. It's funny where you end up, isn't it, James?
What, walking through crap, basically?
Horse muck, surrounded by 3 metre high pink plants. Oh yes, this
We've met
is
it again.
nice. You're right, mate, the Mersey has got a whole lot fatter than when we started. Back down at Stockport, the river was just a tiny girly trickle, tiny girly trickle.
Now it's a proper river.
It's a proper river with a big bend in it and everything.
I think you find it's called a meander.
Woo! Don't fall off, don't fall off, don't fall off, don't fall off. It's very peaceful here.
We're just saying it's a Thursday, so most people at work or just don't think to do things like this.
Oh, look at this. This is actually a very nice secluded part of, what did we say? Trafford, Urmston.
Less than Trafford Borough. You wouldn't think it, but it is.
This guy, he's got a face mask on. Coronavirus protection for the horsey.
The wild west of Urmston.
Little hobbit coming out of his hobbit hole. Hey!
Okay.
We managed to make our way into Urmston Cemetery. It's disrespectful to film in here. We better shut it off, guys. Stunning building, all that, mate. Stunning.
Well, this is the end of the walk. For
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
A much better end today. At least we've not got to a pub that's shut.
Well, and it's still sunny.
And it's daylight.
Yeah.
It's only midday, actually, 12:30.
We might go and have a pint now. We'll say goodbye on that point. Toodaloo.
See you next